Hey guys, welcome to my 3D texturing tutorial. In this video, I will show you step by step how to add materials to the 3D model of a cosmetic cream jar in Blender. Let's get started. We've already created the 3D model of this jar in a previous tutorial. If you missed that, kindly click the link at the top of your screen to watch that first. Now let's get back to this video. The first thing you'll do is turn off the lid so that we can see the jar and cream better. Next, press Alt-Z to switch to X-ray mode so that we can see through the jar. Select the cream, then right-click, set Origin, and select Origin to Geometry. Then scale in just a little bit using S while holding Shift. This removes the contact between the cream and the jar, leaving a little space between them. Without this space, the models will not appear the right way when rendering. You can turn the lid back on and then switch to Render Preview mode. We can see that there is no light. To add the light, drag this window up, switch this to Shader Editor, switch from Object to World. Next, select the background node and then press Ctrl-T to open the environment texture. Select your HDRI and then it opens up. You can see that it came with a background. To remove that, go to the Film option under the Render Properties tab and then click on Transparent to turn it on. And now we have our background removed. Next, with the jar selected, click on the Materials tab and then click on New to add a new material. Rename it to Body Matte or any name you want. Increase the transmission to 1. Change the color to this color code or use any color of your choice. Reduce the roughness by a lot to make it more reflective. Now we can check how it looks using the Cycles render engine. And we can see that it's coming along fine. You can switch it back to Eevee. Next, let's add materials to the cream. First, turn off the lid, then select the cream, select the Materials tab, and then click on New to create a new material. Rename the material to Cream Matte or any name of your choice. Reduce the roughness by a lot as well. Under Subsurface Scattering, increase the weight to 1. This will help it to look more like a cream and have that cream-like texture. We can check how it looks using Cycles once again, and this is what we have. Switch back to Eevee. Now we can turn the lid back on. Select the Materials tab, and then click New. Rename it to Lid Matte or any name of your choice. Increase Metallic to 1. Change the color to the same color code or any color of your choice. Reduce the roughness a little bit, and then check how it looks using Cycles. And you can see that it's looking good. You can switch back to Eevee. Next, we need to add a label or logo to this jar. First, let's switch this from World to Object, since we'll be working from here. If you want to follow along, you can get my logo sample in the description box below. If you have your own, you can use that as well. Go to where it is located on your PC, and then drag it into the shader editor within Blender. As you can see, the principled BSDF node is connected to the material output. This is what gives us the current material on the body of the jar. Now, we need to add this image node to the material output as well for it to display on the body of the jar. But we can't add them directly to it. We need another node that will help us to combine the principled BSDF node and the image texture node together. This node is called the Mix Shader. Remove this from the surface and add it to the top part of the Mix Shader. Then connect the color to the bottom part of the Mix Shader. Then from Shader to Surface. We can see that the label did not show. That's because we've not UV unwrapped the jar. To do that, switch to Edit mode. Switch to Edge Select, then select this upper edge and lower edge. Switch to the back view using Ctrl Numpad 1, as this part will not be displayed. Then select this edge, press U, and mark Seam. Switch to Face Select and then select these faces. Open a new window and switch it to UV Editor so that we can see what we're doing. Press U and then select Unwrap Angle Based. and we can see the faces are unwrapped here. Press A to select all, and then R to rotate, while pressing Ctrl to make the rotation incremental. Drag it into place and then scale up to make the logo smaller. You can see that the logo seems to be upside down. Rotate it towards the opposite direction and the logo turns upright. We can also see that the logo appears all around the jar. To rectify that, change this repeat to clip, and we can see that all the other duplicate disappears and we have only one left. If you're getting value from this tutorial, kindly give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. This will encourage me a lot to put out more content like this. Thank you. You can scale out a bit more to make the logo as small as you want. You can also notice that the color of the jar changed as we added the logo. You can check how it looks before by clicking on the mix shader and then pressing M to mute it. You can see that the color is different from how it is now. To correct that, connect the alpha to the FAC of the mix shader, and we get our color back. You can switch to cycles to check how it looks, and you can see that it's looking really good. You can switch back to Eevee.
Now let's add a plane. Scale it out using S. Switch to Edit mode and extrude this edge upwards. Select this middle edge and bevel using Ctrl B. You can add a material to the plane as well, and rename it Ground Mat. Change the color to the same color and make the color lighter, almost white.
Next, add a camera. Move it towards the Y direction. Press N to open the Properties panel and click on Item. Change X rotation to 90 and change Y and Z rotation to 0. They move up a bit towards the Z direction. Press Ctrl Numpad O to switch to camera view mode. We can see that rolling the middle mouse button moves the camera forwards and backwards. To stop that from happening, go to View and click on Camera to View, and now we can see that the camera stays and we can move and rotate as we want. You can click on the Camera tab and change the focal length from 50mm to 90mm. Now we can adjust the position of the object as we want. To make sure we can move the cream with the jar, click on the cream and jar, then press Ctrl P and select Object. Now we can move the jar alone and the cream goes along with it. You can change the resolution here to 2000 by 2000 pixels and then switch to cycles to see how it looks. Then click Render and Render Image, and this renders your image. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next tutorial.